Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So we had a pretty strong day yesterday. We've started off the day with a bit of a red bar forming. Not too particularly worried about that. I think we're coming back to close this previous high from the previous day, and you can see we are still short of our all-time high here. Okay, so there's our all-time high up there. And remember, what I keep saying is that the Dow Jones is lagging behind the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. So for me, we have, I'm going to put another level in here. There is a clear breakout there. That is a double bottom, or a W bottom. You want to put it that way. But a retest of this area here basically gives us that as a measured move. So gives us that whole area. There's our double bottom there. There's a swing leg, swing low, swing low. There's a neckline. We've broken above it. So from a structural point of view, that should target a new all-time high of 3215. Okay, so that's something just to keep in the back of your mind that is on the daily. So it's not going to happen overnight. It's happen over a few days. If we come back down to the 3 hour, we had this wedge that we formed yesterday, and basically we broke above the wedge and we're back inside the wedge. Now there's two scenarios here. So the first scenario, remember yesterday I said, yeah, it's only a wedge. It's a wedge, but it's only very far as a wedge once it's broken. Okay, so it could also be this kind of setup here, which is a channel. Okay, so that's one thing to bear in mind. You've got that scenario, or alternatively we have a potential wedge break to the upside, back in the wedge. But if we break this to the downside, that's going to be a pretty violent move to the downside. So just keep that in the back of your mind. This little pattern that's formed here doesn't really fill me with much confidence, but this is the Dow Jones. So the trend is up. We trade with the trend until we get confirmation of a bearish pattern like that. So for now, that is just something that we keep our eye on. Okay, so what are we looking to do? We're looking to trade with the trend, which is long, and I'm just using these levels here because those are the two basic levels that I would expect us to move up. So the first one is going to be here at 28,729. That's for me is an area to belong. Look at what's happening now in the hour. We've got pin bar, inside bar, inside bar, and that does look like it's inside bar forming. Still half an hour to go, but it is also looking to be a higher low. So that could just ignore everything, and that could be the entry for long there. Pull back into this structure is probably what I would prefer to see. And that also sort of closes the gap from the previous day, so the previous day's high. Okay, so that's kind of the structure I'm seeing. It could very well be right where we are now, but I would prefer an entry at 28,729. Break below this area of 28,614 sort of invalidates that theory of long, and I'd want to wait for a retest before moving to the downside. So that's kind of the scenario we've got. Just going to close off in the 15 minutes here. You can see there's not much structure for the 15 minutes anywhere to the left at the moment. Definitely this area here is the closest area. Not to say that it's going to get there. That's the other thing you need to bear in mind. And you need to be agile enough to take the trade if you see an opportunity. And this does look like some form of opportunity forming. And we're just going to pop down one more level to 5 minutes. I just want to see if there's 5 minute gaps here, which is normally the reason. There's a little one down here. Where's that? That is at 28,716 area. There's a small little gap there. And we do have nothing really to the upside. Okay, so you can see by coming down to 5 minutes as well, you'll get your entries at the open. And you can see all the buyers stepping in here. buyers are coming in, they're seeing opportunity here, but I think I'll just rather wait for structure on a higher time frame, and the closest one is this one on the hour. That's 28729. Okay, if it doesn't materialize, then what you're going to be looking for is go down to lower time frames, find structure, and then use the lower time frame structure as your stop area. So your stop will basically be below this pin bar, and your entry is going to be above, well, somewhere where we are now. In actual fact, not that I want to be trading this kind of stuff, but it has formed a higher low there. You can see if it breaks above that fractal there, that's confirmation of a higher high and a higher low. Okay, but you can see there's resistance here, and there's no volumes on the Asian session, so which is why I'd stay out of it. Okay, so I'm looking to get back in on this long, waiting for a decent area to do that, and for me the decent area right now is 28729. Alternatively, when Europe opens, just get down onto the lower time frames and look at the structure on the lower time frames and take your trade off that. Okay, hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.